Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, a show dedicated to helping you expand your capacity, take your life in every area to an entirely new level, and creating a day and a life by design. Here's your host, Dan Hafner. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Run Your Day podcast. As always, your host, Dan Hafner here, creator of the Run Wage app and the Run Your Day podcast. Today, we're going to talk about this. Just be what you want to be. As always, appreciate you guys joining. Enjoy this episode. All right, everybody. So, this was an interesting topic for me here that I chose to talk about today. And a lot of this, what I'm going to get into today kind of has to do with a bunch of the different things that I've been up to in my personal life over the past couple years now. And it really comes down to just living a different type of lifestyle where I'm constantly pushing myself and challenging myself. Now, I will caveat this with the fact that I have been slacking in a lot of areas lately over the past several months. And there's a lot of stories and a lot of excuses and a lot of stupid stuff around that. But nonetheless, I have had, I've experimented with so many different goals and different targets and different methods and different habit forming routines and all kinds of other shit, right? So I'm sitting here thinking about this over the past couple days, and it just finally something just finally clicked, and I wanted to come on here and talk about this because this is, I think a lot of us can relate to this type of thing, right? So we all go along in our lives and we want to achieve some stuff, right? We want to achieve some stuff in our career. We want to achieve stuff in our relationship. We want to maybe achieve stuff with our physical fitness, our diet, spirituality, like whatever it might be, right? We all want to achieve some shit. And a lot of us go through this process of like, okay, here's my goal that I want to achieve in whatever area. And I'm just going to work towards that. Like, I'm going to just chip away. I'm just going to do bit by bit. I'm just going to figure out the different milestones that I need to get there. And we'll just, one at a time, one day at a time, one thing at a time, right? And I used to think that that was an effective way of actually achieving some shit. And it might be in cases. For you, that might work. For me, I have found that to be lacking. I've never been able to achieve the things I want to achieve and hit the targets that I want to hit by going that route of like, okay, by this day I have to be at this milestone. By this time I have to be here. By this time I have to be here. It hasn't worked for me. Like I've tried it every different way I can think of, and it just hasn't worked for me. But what I have found, and what kind of struck me, just kind of out of the blue, and I don't know if it was just a voice talking to me or if it was just divine insight or what happened, but I started to think about the next, 6 to 12 months of my life and what I want to achieve and what I want to do and where I want to go. And this divine thought just came to me, and it was just be that now. Like, just be that now. I want to be a better man, or I want to, have a bigger business. I want to have more impact, more influence on the world. And I started telling myself this story that like, okay, I need to do these things, and I need to do this, and I need to make sure I hit this milestone and get this level of success, when I can just do that now. Right? There's nothing standing in my way of just doing those things now and being that version of me now, today, right this minute. There's nothing stopping me other than me. Right? So when I get back to the title, just be what you want to be, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Right? This prevention of kicking the can down the road. We all do this. We all do this at some level. You say, okay, well, man, like I really want to launch this big idea. Well, I'll do that after I achieve this and after I get this thing in line. Well, what's stopping you from doing it right now? Right? Like it's an interesting thing to think about. Because a lot of the time, like sometimes there might be a legitimate reason stopping you from doing something or keeping you from something or holding you back or whatever it might be. But a lot of time it's just fear. It's just freaking fear. Or a story or something that is not a real obstacle. You know, they talk about this in sales, like what's a real obstacle versus a fabricated obstacle, right? And I don't know, this is just really interesting to me because when I'm sitting here thinking about this, I'm like, okay, if I just start being the new version of Dan that I want to be, that's going to get me what I want to achieve quicker. And yeah, it's a stressful challenge. It's a stressful situation to be in. Like if you want to completely change who you're being and what you're about and what you want to do and what you want to have, like you're going to shock your system. Like you're going to shock the shit out of your system, and your body's and your body and your mind are going to be like, what in the hell are you doing? Like this is not normal. This is stressful. We can't handle this. Right? But the strength and the commitment of you to be able to say no, like this is how it's going to be from now on. This is the new normal. This is the new standard. That's what ultimately creates transformation. Right there. Like that's the key. Just setting a new standard for yourself and setting a new bar. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing now, because acting in this way, behaving in this way, doing these things is going to give me the result that I want eventually, as long as I don't quit, as long as I'm consistent, right? And I hope as you hear this, you can apply this in any area of your life, right? Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a business, a career, whatever, right? But just being what you want to be now, I'm finding is a better way than saying like, okay, I'm going to become this someday. I'll be happy when I have this someday in the future. Because that day rarely comes. Like you're just going to wake up one day and be like, where in the hell did the last 3 months go? Where in the hell did the last 3 years go? Instead of just today saying, you know what? I'm going to start living this way. Because this way I was previously doing things just isn't freaking working anymore. It's not giving me what I want. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And I am going to set a new standard. I'm going to start being what I want to be, regardless of who says shit, of what happens, of what I manifest, of the persecution I face, of the social media, disgrace that comes my way, whatever comes along. Like just being committed to saying, you know what? This is me now. It's freaking courageous. That's true courage. And it's tough. It's tough. I get it. I'm in that place as well. And I go through the same shit that you guys go through. So as we wrap up today, my question for you is this. Where in your world, where in your life, do you need to start being who you're going to be? Right? Like, do you want to be a better husband, better wife, better spouse, better boyfriend, better girlfriend? But you want to do that someday? Just how can you be better today? Like, how can you start being the version of that relationship that you want to be today? Right? You want to start a business or have a new career or be better at your job right now? And you have a goal, like a 6-month goal, a 12-month goal, whatever. Like, how can you start just being that version that can pull that off today. This is going to screw with your mind. I'm going to warn you. This is going to screw with your mind, because your mind's going to be like, well, we're not ready for that yet. You say, no, we are. We are ready for that. We just have to think differently. We just have to do things differently. This is a powerful one, my friends. This is a powerful one. So I highly encourage you, think about this. Think about this, write it down, share with me on the Run Your Day Facebook. There's actually a Facebook group now. I'd love to see what you think about this. If you join it, it's a private community, but I'll let you in and we can start commenting on this. So that's my question and my challenge for you today. All right, everybody, that is all for today. As always, I appreciate you guys joining. As I mentioned before, you can join the Run Your Day Facebook group on Facebook. Just search Run Your Day, click to join. It's just a private group. I'll let you in no matter what. And we can get started with this conversation. So, as always, I appreciate you guys joining. This is Dan Hafner signing off. Make it a great rest of your day. Have you ever wanted to join a business mastermind but found them too expensive or exclusive? When I was trying to get my first online business off the ground, I was completely lost and had so many questions, but few answers. Am I incorporating correctly? What are the best social media channels to focus on? How do I build an online community? How do I build a website? Is it even possible to make money online? The question to every one of these answers is really simple. Run Your Day Elite. This new type of mastermind group is a one-stop shop for starting and growing your new businesses and answering these types of questions. Geared specifically for the beginning entrepreneur, you'll be surrounded by others in the same boat as you, not 7 to 8 figure business owners who can't appreciate where you are. Best of all, it's incredibly affordable. Run Your Day Elite is now accepting new members, but spots are limited. That means you need to secure your spot right away. So if you've always wanted to start a business or need help taking it to the next level and simply need some guidance and accountability, go to runyourdaypodcast.com/elite to join me in the incredible community of new entrepreneurs already seeing results. That's runyourdaypodcast.com/elite. I'll see you on the inside.